Today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to find games on Call of Duty. This is for people that are able to connect and don't have other issues. I have videos on other stuff that might work for you on other situations, but for now this is going to be more of the basic stuff of why you're possibly not connecting. So let us begin. You got to delete your map packs. If you have any map packs on your PlayStation 3, you're gonna have to delete them because I don't know what it is, but when you try to play games online on the PlayStation 3, Call of Duty games, and you have the DLC, it will try to make you pair with people who have the DLC as well. So a lot of people don't have all the DLC for Call of Duty games, so you need to delete it. So you're gonna go right here where it's games, and you're gonna go to Game Utility, click on Game Utility, and you're gonna pick the Call of Duty game that you have map packs for it, and pretty much just delete it. Once you delete it, it'll delete all the map packs, and you're gonna have to re-download the update once you start the game. But other than that, that should help finding games. And if that doesn't work, let's try a different technique. So a lot of people have been having this issue, and it did kind of like mess me up on one of the games. I'm gonna show you guys a clip of actually just one game, I believe, and that is Modern Warfare 2. As you can see right there where it says NAT type, it pretty much says strict. So I don't know why. This actually let me play Modern Warfare 2, but I had problems playing on Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 would not let me get into a game, and even if I did get into a game, it would kick me out. It just wouldn't let me. So what you got to do is you got to go to any of your web browser pages. You pretty much got to type in this address right here, and once you press enter, it's going to tell you to put your username and your password. So if you don't know your username and your password, just look at your router. Your router will say your username and password, so you don't need to you don't have to worry if you don't know it. Make sure you just look at your router. Typically says it. Also, if you don't know if some are actually defaults, some of them are admin and password. Yeah, I know the password is password. Some of them. Just to let you guys know, it depends on what version you have. So keep in mind, once again, look at your router in case you don't know your thing. Now, I don't know how your router is, so I cannot help you how to find things, but for my router, I went to advanced, I went to setup, and I went to a thing called WAN setup or WAN setup. So one thing you want to do is this thing right here is going to be default DMZ server. I don't know what this is. You could make research on what it does. Your router already has a lot of security. I don't think this messes up with your security. As you can see, there's a function right here called security. So this is your security stuff. So if you disable this DMZ server, it does not mess up with your securities for anyone that's wondering. So it was on, but I disabled it. And because I disabled the DMZ server, it pretty much started letting my Call of Duty games be open NAT. As you can see, I'm going to post some videos of some Call of Duty games where it says open. Ever since I disabled this, I've been able to pretty much play in an open NAT and connect to games really good on Call of Duty. So what you want to do is pretty much find this setting and pretty much disable it, and you'll be able to connect. Because this was actually not letting me connect to Black Ops 2. I was still able to play on Modern Warfare 2 and on Black Ops 1, but after I disabled this, I've had no issue getting into games anymore. Black Ops 2 had the biggest issue, as it did not let me get in the game, and even if it did get me into a game, it would just kick me out. So maybe that's what you guys are dealing with. So I suggest to pretty much get on your router and do this stuff. All right, so if those two didn't work, then you're gonna probably have to do port forwarding. As I showed in the previous clip, you just go to your router settings and you look for port forwarding. As for me, I actually use an app. Most routers have an app now, so it's much easier to do it to your phone. You don't have to go on the computer and search for it. As you can see, I'm able to find port forwarding really fast, and you can see that I have Black Ops 3, PS3, and I have COD 4 because I had issues with these games, and most of the port forwardings work for all games, and you're gonna see right now. All right, so once again, I don't know what router you have. I have Deco, so I could use it on the app as I showed. But you're eventually going to try to look for something that says applications and games, and you're going to have single port forwarding. And generally, that's what you want to do. You want to go here and you want to enter the external and internal ports and the to IP address. You're gonna always have, it's gonna be random. It could be 1 through 100. You just gotta pick a specific number and make sure that that number is not being used for a different port forwarding or a different function. So you just gotta make sure on that. Call of Duty has their own port forwarding page on supportactivision.com. Articles port used for Call of Duty games, and you can find the majority of the games on here. As you can see, here are the ports, the TCP and the UTP. And as you can see, they're all here. And a lot of use, like I said, a lot of the games use similar, like Vanguard and Cold War. They use 3074, 1935, 3478 through 3480, depending on which one you want to use. So you don't have to put like a bunch of them. You just have to pick a few of them, and pretty much like once again 3074 on the PlayStation 30. Well, they don't have 3074 on this one, but a majority of them use pretty much a similar one. So yeah, just make sure to port forward the games that don't let you connect. So I do want to mention or should give you an example how the port forwarding should look like. So some people that have never done it can have an example. So my Black Ops 3 for PS3, as you can see, the internal and external port are 3074 and the protocol are TCP and UDP. Now let's look for my Black Ops 3, actually COD 4, my bad. My internal port and my external port are 3478 and protocols are TCP and UDP. So obviously that's how they should look. And once again, the internal IP is going to be either automatic from your app or router, or you're just going to have to add an extra number at the end. It's not that hard. So I hope this video was pretty useful for you, and maybe these three things might or might have not worked. I want to mention them one more time before I end the video. Either delete the map packs. If you have map packs, delete them. That's probably causing an issue. Number two, you probably have the DMZ server up. Get rid of that as well. And number three, port forwarding issues. So all you guys use just port forward. Now, if that didn't work, if you have other issues, make sure to watch my other videos, as I do some content on how to fix certain scenarios. Some people have different accounts. I'll link some videos explaining various issues on one video and some other stuff to help you. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until then, I'm out, and I will be making more content later. Peace. Damn it, dude. Freaking couldn't kill him. I'm gonna switch class, actually. I'm gonna switch to this. Alright, cool. So we're gonna find them now. I think this isn't gonna go anywhere. We're gonna try to spawn camp them and try to get them. Dude, I feel very relaxed playing right now. Compared to like what we were dealing with on the other games. Give me that Thompson. Dude, get out of my freaking way, you